Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at the Ohio Health Ice House for today's OHSAA District Semifinals hockey tournament between St. Charles and Talawanda. I am Seth Donahoe alongside Julian Jackson and the one and only Bob McGilligan. Let's just go ahead and dive right into it. How we got here, St. Charles ended up beating Thomas Worthington yesterday 3-0. Eric Schottmer, Sean Moore, and Miles McKinney was able to score for the Cardinals and lead them into the semifinals. And for Talawanda, they beat Olentangy Orange yesterday by a score of 6-4. So we have here St. Charles as the number 1 seed and Talawanda as the number 4 seed. What are some of your thoughts, Julian, about what to expect from today's game?
A lot of physicality. We're looking at a ton of physicality here. St. Charles is going to try to use their speed on the ice to slow them down. Talawanda, though, realize this. They're not a team. They're a team who played independently this year. They were not attached to any particular conference, no particular league. They played against some of the best in the entire state. They have not matched up with St. Charles yet, nor have they matched up with St. Edwards or St. Ignatius. So be looking for a great matchup here this evening, or this afternoon rather, because this is a team and this is a game that you want to be watching.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these two teams, they're obviously here for a reason. You know, they've earned their spot to be in this situation. Bob, a couple players to look out for St. Charles. Number 21, Sean Moore. Number 25, Miles McKinney. Any other names for St. Charles that comes to your mind that can help contribute to help St. Charles get this win?
Well, I think anytime you're playing for championships or the chance to move on to a championship or get to the Final Four in the state, you look right between the pipes, and I think Grant Wolf is going to be a really, important guy in this game today. And it's going to be important on both sides. It was interesting. You were talking about the scores yesterday. You have one team in St. Charles that a lot of their games here recently have been low-scoring games.
Yes.
And then you had Talawanda, who was in a 6-4 game. So obviously one was wide open. Lots of goals were being scored. The other one was a little bit tighter. So it'll be interesting to see who is going to dominate today in the way they play. Is it going to be St. Charles getting into a track meet with Talawanda? Is it going to be up and down the ice, a high-scoring game? Or are they going to try to rein them in a little bit, use the quickness that they have on defense more so than on the offense to try to shut down Talawanda's offense a little bit? So that's what's going to be fun to watch and see the styles. What kind of a style is going to be played here this afternoon? We won't know till they hit the ice and get going.
Yeah, it'll be exciting. And like you said, Talawanda beat Olentangy Orange 6-4. Olentangy is the highest scoring team in the CHC. And Talawanda was able to put up 6 on them and hold Orange to 4. Let's go ahead and talk about the goalies. Like we said, for St. Charles, number 1, Grant Wolf will be in goal. He's got a .921 save percentage this season, playing incredibly well. What is he going to have to do, or the defense for St. Charles? They've been good all year long. It seems to be that Talawanda has been able to put goals in the net, put the puck in the net, and get points and get wins. Is this St. Charles defense going to be able to hold its own to what seems to be a powerful Talawanda offense?
Well, that's the question, right? And we'll find out. And when I say the goalie's got to be good, yeah, he's got to be good individually, but they do have to be good defensively because it really is a 5-man unit and 6 if you count that goalie. If the guys in front of the goalie aren't playing well, if they're not containing that offense, if they're letting them fly around and do whatever they want to, then they're all in trouble, right? So the guys in front of the goalie have the responsibility to shut that down. Again, their speed that they have, their quickness. It's more quickness for me than it is for speed. If they use their quickness and they get to their spots, they're going to be fine. Julian, you mentioned that Talawanda's played against everybody here. But this is what I'm interested to see is this is kind of uncharted territory for them. I mean, this is a spot where St. Charles seems like they're always here. Upper Arlington is always here. Liberty is always here. Orange, Dublin Jerome. These are teams that are in this kind of a spot year after year. Talawanda, this is something different for them. Now, there's 2 ways that you can take that. You can either just embrace it, you can have fun with it, and you can feel like, hey, you know what, we've got nothing to lose. If they play like that today, they're going to be a tough team to try to take care of and handle. Whereas with St. Charles, they are used to being here. And then that can go the other way too because there are expectations. Who has the highest expectation and who's going to let the expectation turn into a burden instead of using it as just a reason to go out there and let it all go and have fun.
Yeah, well put, Bob. And Julian, question for you. What do each of these teams have to do today in order to become successful and reserve a spot for themselves in the district finals this Saturday?
It's physicality. It's simply physicality. You've got to be able to take in every bit that you have, leave it all out on the ice, use any bit of speed and strategy that you have. It's very difficult to be able to prepare for a team that you've never seen before. There's no tape to go off of, there's no film to go off of, and so you have to be receptive, and you have to be sure that you can make those adjustments in between the periods and make sure that you come on out and punch them in the mouth. St. Charles is not going to take them lightly. They see what they see. And actually, in the My Rankings poll, Talawanda is ranked number 7, and St. Charles is ranked 9. So if you're looking at that versus the coaches poll, whereas St. Charles is ranked number 8, Talawanda is not even in that. But they've been in the top 10 several times throughout this year and have fallen out. I also want to note that Talawanda does have 2 boys in the Amaranos twins. Those 2 have stopped playing with their AAA teams and to put full time and effort into this team this season. They also had 2 other members come back to play for their senior year from wherever else they were. They dropped their AAA teams to come back play for their senior year with all these guys who grew up together in the Oxford, Ohio area. Those very important to come together as a team. Talawanda's they are a team that is on a mission, and they're not going to let St. Charles get in their way. Watch out in the net. There's going to be a lot of shots on net at Grant Wolf. They've got to be careful to keep that puck out of the crease.
Hey, and Seth, let me just follow up on that a little bit, too.
Go ahead.
When players at the high school level, when they come back from AAA, if they come back to play, they're coming back because they want to be with their friends. And you don't just come back from AAA hockey and say, I want to play with the boys and I want to have a good time. And you do. That's all a part of it. But the bigger part of it is you want to win with your friends. So that's an intangible. Okay? If you've got guys that are coming back from that level and they're playing with their buddies and they want to win with their buddies, it's great. For the rest of the team, anytime you get talent infused into your lineup, you're thrilled about it. To get it infused and to be here and have a chance to continue on and play next week is even better, but that can be really dangerous. So watch that today. And again, that goes back to playing with the expectations not being a burden, but being something that you're using to drive you.
Yeah, that's well put. And, of course, when they come back from their AAA teams, there's already been all kinds of chemistry that these kids have built up throughout the years. So it should be an interesting one that we have here today. We're going to go and take a short break. When we come back, Travis Napper and Wally Lukashinsky is going to be on the call and help you through this number 1 St. Charles versus number 4 Talawanda OHSAA district semifinal game here on the Score on Air Network.
Have you always dreamed about a career in sports broadcasting but aren't sure where to begin? Well, if so, then look no further than the Sports Emphasis program at the Ohio Media School. Whether in front of the camera, on the microphone, or behind the scenes, you'll learn from a pro to be a pro in the Sports Emphasis program at the Ohio Media School. You'll get hands-on training and live in-the-field experience at some of Ohio's biggest sporting events. You'll be the star of your very own webcast, and you'll get the opportunity to interview some of Ohio's biggest athletes. Call us today at 614-655-5250 or visit our website at beonair.com.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Ohio, who do you meet? Answer. Men and women who played high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question. So where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer. High school sports.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
I just wanted to play.
I just want to play.
I just want to play. I just want to play.
Play.
Play. Along the way, I'm learning
Sportsmanship.
Sportsmanship. Teamwork.
Teamwork.
How to work hard.
How to work hard. Discipline.
Hustle.
Sacrifice.
How to be a leader.
Dedication.
I just want to play.
And along the way, I'm learning
To put the team before myself.
to put the team before myself.
How to be a student.
How to be a student.
I'm learning
To set a good example.
How to work hard.
to accept responsibility.
That I represent my community.
That I represent my community.
I just wanted to play, and look where it took me.
She's done it! Tiana Bartoletta has done it! From Elyria, Ohio, now an Olympic gold medalist.
The year was 1907. The Cubs won the World Series and the Ford Model R hit the assembly line. While here in Ohio, school administrators came together to form the Ohio High School Athletic Association. One thing that hasn't changed since 1907 is the dedication of the OHSAA to education-based athletics in Ohio. School sports teach responsibility, sportsmanship, and life lessons that stay with students long after their playing days are over. The OHSAA seeks to prepare students not for the next level of sport, but for the next level of life.
In sports, you want to have a player that can get the job done right every time. A real all-star, somebody that's dependable and you can turn to when the game is tough. That player in the audio-video industry is the theater. From setting up your home's Wi-Fi network and offices, conference rooms, to setting up home theater inside or outside, to setting up the systems to make your home run smarter and safer as well. The theater people can do it all with the quality of professionalism you can expect every single time. That isn't just a great all-around player, that is an all-star. That is why we are the leaders in audiovisual installation in Central Ohio. So call us at 614-604-6327 or check out our website at ttpcolumbus.com to figure out which products will fit you. And don't forget, amplify your personality with the theater.
Design ideas for t-shirts but you're not sure where to go? Go to Mojo Sports Gear. That's right, Mojo Sports Gear. At Mojo Sports Gear, you can get custom-made shirts. Whatever design you need, Mojo Sports Gear can provide it. Don't forget to grab a custom-made cap on your way out and rock the best headgear in the game. Give them a call at 614-864-6656. That's 614-864-6656.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
I mean, I don't totally know what opioids are, but...
It doesn't happen here.
Not in denial.
No.
Our kids are way too busy. My son has good friends.
Don't live in denial, Ohio. Talk to your kids about drugs, and they'll be up to 50% less likely to use them.
Can you see yourself working on TV, radio, or social media? As media professionals, we make our voice heard. Call the Ohio Media School and be a part of something bigger than you and me. You'll train and get the skills you need to work in TV, radio, social media, film, and much more.
I graduated and now am working as a director of marketing at a local radio station. My future is set.
Call the Ohio Media School now and be a part of something bigger. 614-723-9675. 614-723-9675. Can you see yourself working on TV, radio, or social media? As media professionals, we make our voice heard. Call the Ohio Media School and be a part of something bigger than you and me. You'll train and get the skills you need to work in TV, radio, social media, film, and much more.
I graduated and now am working as a director of marketing at a local radio station. My future is set.
Call the Ohio Media School now and be a part of something bigger. 614-723-9675. 614-723-9675.
And welcome everybody to the Ohio Health Ice House for some more OHSAA high school hockey tournament action. I am Travis Napper alongside Wally Lukashensky, and we are here for the number 1 seeded St. Charles Cardinals taking on the number 4 seeded Talawanda Brave. And Wally, this should be an interesting matchup, as you heard in the pregame show. This should be very exciting between two teams that are very high-powered, very team-oriented. What are we expecting out of these teams? Let's start off with St. Charles.
Well, this is a really exciting matchup, first of all. You heard the guys touch on it a little earlier. This is a lot of inexperience versus experience. We're used to seeing St. Charles in this situation. What we're not used to seeing is Talawanda. Now, Talawanda, they have several guys who have made a huge sacrifice to be here. We'll touch on them here in a second. But this is an opportunity for this team to really put themselves back on the map, really cement themselves as a power right around here in Ohio. And it's going to be exciting to see. I'm going to start here real quick with a couple of the guys that we mentioned before the show in the pregame. But Grady Holmes and Ben Schreider, these are guys, huge face-off percentage winners. That's a big deal in this game because the power play and the penalty kill. Special teams are what is huge. And then as you see St. Charles, Sean Moore and Miles McKinney. McKinney's another guy that's over 55% on the face-off circle. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see those guys go head-to-head. Sean Moore, though, he's a freshman. He had 2 goals in the regular season. What's he done in the last 2 games in this postseason? 3 goals.
Absolutely, and a couple of those goals came in the CBJ Cup, which we covered the last time we were here at the Ice House. So we know exactly what Sean Moore can do. And as you said about Talawanda, it's a little bit of the inexperience, but that goes both ways, as they mentioned in the pregame show, because St. Charles has never seen this team before. They don't know what to expect as much as Talawanda, or as much as St. Charles doesn't know what to expect out of Talawanda. So the experience goes a little bit hand in hand. Yeah, St. Charles is used to being here. This is like home ice for them, basically. But don't count out the fact that Talawanda has a little bit of trickery up their sleeve because they are a little bit of a mystery to St. Charles as well. So that's what makes this game so interesting to watch, and I cannot wait to get to the face-off.
And I tell you what, inexperience isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes going into a situation loose, playing on house money is a big deal. They're effectively playing on the road right here. This is a place St. Charles is obviously very comfortable playing in. That's a big deal. But at the same time, you go with the house money mentality if you're Talawanda. You come into this game, nobody's giving you a shot to win this. You have some studs, too. Another couple guys we didn't talk about yet, Nico and Themio, the brothers, Amarantos. Those guys are studs. They're here because they made the sacrifice to be here with their team, and they really do believe in not only their friends and their teammates, but they believe that they have a chance to not only win this game, but to continue to advance in this tournament.
And as you heard Bob say about them coming back, that's big. That's very huge because they've got the experience. They're ready, but they wanted to come back. And that's especially, like they mentioned in the pregame show, again, that's huge because you realize what you have in this team. If you're coming back, you know there's something special here. And that's why you want to come back, because you want to come back to win with this team, because you know there's something there that we can go the distance with. And that is a chip on your shoulder that can do some magical things. Yeah, the X's and O's are big in games like hockey, but when it comes down to it, like Julian said, it's grit, it's toughness. Who can play the toughest when it comes down to these two teams?
I'm glad you brought up what Julian said, too, because those two guys, those brothers, I just talked about it, they have the most penalty minutes on this team, both of them. These guys are very physical. They're ready to match that level of intensity that St. Charles is going to have today. And what's really a big deal entering this game is these are teams that have very different kind of styles. You're going to see a kind of a tug of war, so to speak, here at the beginning, where St. Charles, they're kind of used to playing these low-scoring games, whereas lately you're seeing the Brave come out. They're winning games 6-4 against the Orange, score 11 goals against Kilbourne earlier in the tournament. This is going to be a lot of fun. Very early in this game, we should be able to tell which team is dictating the pace and who needs to make the adjustment.
And, of course, as always, the game ends and begins with the goalies. Keep your eyes on Grant Wolf and Daniel Emenaker because this game ends and starts with them.
Both of those guys are over 92% save percentage. That's unreal, and that's a reason why these guys are here right now. Outstanding goalie matchup. It's going to be a lot of fun. Basically, at this point, you're going to see, like I mentioned, special teams is a big part of the game, and you know the old adage, the best penalty killer on your team to be successful needs to be your goalie. And I think you're going to see that today. Team that wins the special team battle, I think, might come out on top.
Absolutely. And we're just waiting for the introductions and the national anthem before we get this game underway. And again, you see these teams just seem so centered around each other. These both seem like really team-oriented groups. All right, it looks like we're getting to the anthem here as they make introductions. And there's Gritty Holmes, number 2, as you see, skating onto the ice. All right, I want to point out something that we just saw right there. So usually when you see high school hockey, you see the stick tap at the very end of the national anthem. Talawanda was getting prepped up. You can tell they are energized for this game because they were trying to intimidate St. Charles before this game even started.
Well, I'm telling you, this game has more emotion than what we're typically going to see. This is a Talawanda team that probably feels disrespected. People like myself out there, I had Olentangy Orange winning yesterday. Made me look bad. Here they are. They're trying to do it again to myself and a lot of other people. This is a team that has much more skill than we're used to out of this club. And I tell you what, man, if St. Charles isn't careful, we might see Talawanda walk out of here going into district finals.
And I love it. You feel the intensity out of Talawanda. And again, not trying to diminish anything out of St. Charles, but to just feel that energy out of Talawanda. I am very curious how prepped this St. Charles team is because, you know, we get it, number 1 versus number 4. You look towards the number 1 team as probably having the edge, but Talawanda looks to take that and completely push it off to the side.
I'll tell you what, too, there's a reason why they act like they've been there before. They have been here before.
All right, and the face-off has been met, and we are underway. Right now, early on, looks like Talawanda has control of the puck. Got Parker Guichon sending it up the ice. Here comes Gritty Holmes trying to get his stick on the puck, trying to get something going in the offensive zone, but here comes St. Charles for a moment. And back down onto the stick of Grant Wolf goes the puck. Get that under control. St. Charles just taking a slow, methodical point, but there it's a stop by Grant Wolf. And already Talawanda putting on a little bit of pressure on St. Charles, but it is still early.
And this is what I was trying to talk about too in the pregame here. You're going to see, this is kind of the period, the first 5 minutes of this game where the teams are both trying to set their own pace of play. And as of that first shift, you're seeing Talawanda with that early, but this face-off thought's going to be ever important in this game.
And here comes St. Charles trying to create a rush up the ice, but it's stopped by Talawanda for a moment. As we see them try to set something up. St. Charles has done a little better getting out of their own zone this time around. And here we go with the shot. Oh, just tried to get it across the board, and that was one of the Amarantos brothers, Nico.
If that back door is open for that cross crease pass today, look out, because that's going to be problems for any goalie.
Some good stick battles going on there at neutral ice. Talawanda being pushed back into their own zone. You can tell St. Charles is trying to get a good momentum play, but they can't seem to get a stick on it. Again, here comes Talawanda up the ice.
You see it so often in these playoff games. Energy is so high early on. Look for a possible mistake one way or another, might lead to an odd man rush.
That was Nico Amarantos bringing the puck up the ice for Talawanda. All right, and bringing it up again. That was Brennan Bohan. Talawanda's just trying to keep control of the puck. They're not doing anything too crazy right now. Keeping the pressure on, but they're not really going too fast.
Nice check there in the middle of the ice there.
You can tell St. Charles, though, is starting to try to apply a little bit of pressure.
See, now we're getting close. We're starting to see that we're getting onto the second shifts now. Second lines for these guys. And big board.
Big hit into the boards. Ben Howard was down for a minute. And that was Eric Schottmer with the hit.
Oh, you got a 2-on-1 developing here. Oh, offsides.
And that could be one of those mistakes that if you're St. Charles, you can't afford to make early on. Now, it's a little bit of a minor mistake with St. Charles.
We'll see here, too, though. After a big hit like that, you get a team energized even more than you already got the emotions involved.
All right, and I believe we have that hit here.
That is just a brutal hit right there. You got to love that. And as we're seeing coming back here, back in the offensive zone here for St. Charles.
And St. Charles is being incredibly more physical here in the attacking zone, trying to just pressure Daniel Emenaker with any sort of shot that they can. Some nice little puck movement around the ice. And again, this is what you're used to seeing out of St. Charles. They're good with the puck. They're good with their passes. They're very crisp.
And they're very patient, too. Yeah, there is a delayed penalty coming here.
I wondered if they would call it. He almost didn't go down, but
got him with that trip.
We are going to get a tripping call. So St. Charles could be in a big, big heap of trouble as they are now going to be going on the penalty kill, and Talawanda is going to have a chance at a power play.
When you've seen this year earlier with Grant Wolf and net that this team is killing off about 88% of their penalty kill opportunities. So this is a big moment for them. It's big there that you can see they got it out to the neutral zone. Try to get a new line out here in a minute and hopefully try to kill off another 20-30 seconds of this PK.
Ben Schroeder tried to keep control of the puck to get a little bit of momentum going, but just couldn't get it off the stick of St. Charles. But
nice
he's got some good movements, but here comes St. Charles up the ice.
And that's that guy we were talking about, Miles McKinney. Great stick work.
And a stop is made by Daniel Emenaker. St. Charles has got to be very happy with that sequence.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, McKinney, you take the puck off the guy in the neutral zone, you set yourself up, even if it is a slight odd man rush at 2-on-1, even at 2-on-2, you're killing another 15-20 seconds of that penalty. That's a big deal.
Absolutely. And the right wing circle will be the destination for the faceoff. St. Charles gets the upper hand on that faceoff. That puck is sent down the ice by Tristan Foz as St. Charles backs up a little bit into their own zone as they wait the oncoming Talawanda Brave. Themio trying to bring the puck up the ice, get his offense going, and back they have to go. St. Charles doing wonders on this penalty kill now. And the puck is sent behind the net, behind Grant Wolf. Some good battles going against the boards.
35 seconds left on the power play here.
Brady Holmes tried to keep it under control, but sends it to his teammates. And a quick shot by Parker Guichon.
I don't know if Wolf ever saw that one. He reacted after that puck got behind him.
And another great shot by Reed Benamati, excuse me. And we're going to have a face-off on the right wing circle right in front of Grant Wolf. And just under 10 minutes to go. We are still tied at 0. About 20 seconds left on that penalty kill for St. Charles. And 20 seconds on the power play for Talawanda. And again, that puck is cleared up the ice, but stopped at mid-ice. But it looks like they are going to run out of time on the power play. Had some good opportunities, but not as many as you would probably like if you're Talawanda. St. Charles did a good job of clearing the puck down the ice. As we have some fights along the boards, as St. Charles tries to get it out of their own zone. Coming up the ice, that is Jules Samuel.
Oh, nice
some
move.
Some nice stick work by Quinn Brady.
That's a nice set of hands there. Get that on that backhand.
Here comes Ben Schreider. And he's doing great work with that puck on his stick. He's got such great speed. Some good stick work there by St. Charles. Looks like St. Charles has kind of got their feet back a little bit. They've got their legs underneath them. They're playing a little bit more physical, as we said in the pregame and at the start of the game. They've picked up that intensity. You can definitely tell.
Absolutely, and you just got to see, too, another smart play by the freshman, Sean Moore. He's able to keep that puck by himself, 1-on-4, while 1-on-5, while there's a line change, and now you got the offense's own pressure again.
And Sean Moore has the puck on his stick currently, but it is quickly taken away by who else but Ben Schreider, as he just sends that puck up the ice to get a quick change. And here comes some fresh legs on the ice for Talawanda. But again, quick movements here in high school hockey. Sent the puck up the ice. Did St. Charles. Right now on the stick, Alex Jimenez, had that puck on his stick. Oh, and just a little whiff.
That's a bad giveaway there.
And that was Diego Patones.
Ben Howard made a nice play, and then he threw it right into the slot to the opposing player there. That's not what you want to be doing right now early in the game.
Diego Patones trying to regain that puck, get a little bit of retribution. Sends a quick rip shot up towards Daniel Emenaker, but a little bit off to the side. And we're going to have an icing call. And what an amazing back and forth between these two teams.
You can tell they're both still kind of feeling each other out a little bit here early. Both these teams playing with a little bit of pace. Key is right now with the emotion so high, you want to avoid any dumb penalties.
And the face-off on the left wing circle was controlled by Talawanda, but a quick shot to Daniel Emenaker, and he will save it. So we will have another face-off on the left wing circle. And it looks like St. Charles is going to get control of that one. But Talawanda, again, picking up some of that intensity themselves.
Well, and you've seen here early, both teams have sustained offensive zone pressure, but neither of the goalies have been tested too much yet.
That is very true. Who will get the majority of the pressure as we wind down the seconds and the minutes of the first period?
Oh, no.
Quick shot. Some good opportunities there by St. Charles to get in the face of Daniel Emenaker, but nothing too concrete.
Nice play with the stick.
Parker Guichon just couldn't And we have just about 6 minutes to go left here in the period, so we are still tied 0-0. Both these teams just trying. As you said, goalies have not been pressured that much. It's been a lot of neutral zone play, a lot of in the zone play, but nothing really concrete. They've all either been wide shots or they've been block shots. Nothing has really gone in the faces of either one of these goalies.
It's a nice save there by Enemaker.
And both these teams trying to bring the puck up from the boards. You see a little bit of slowdown there. Talawanda trying to regain some composure. Little flick of the wrist. Andrew Schreider gets that puck out of air, and there's a quick shot by Nico Amarantos.
And it's more to go to what we were saying earlier. Goalies at some point, you have to put a shot on goal.
And Daniel Emenaker, that one might cause a little bit of ruckus, as it seemed like it was a late hit on Talawanda, or late hit on St. Charles against Talawanda. But as I was saying, Daniel Emenaker sending that puck a little bit wide. It goes up and in the air. We would like to remind you that Boston's Gourmet Pizza is a proud sponsor of Score on Air Network. Need a fun place to watch your favorite game? Head on down to Boston's Pizza in the Arena District at 191 Nationwide Boulevard, or make a reservation by calling 614-229-4275.
You're seeing a lot of active sticks. You're seeing a lot of active sticks there right now, and any time that you see Talawanda try to bring that puck into the slot.
And that was a good wrist shot by Andrew Schreider on Grant Wolf, but it just went a little wide. Some big opportunities right in front of the net for St. Charles. That was Jules Samuel that tried to get a puck past Daniel Emenaker. Couldn't quite get it, though, as Emenaker makes the save. And we're going to have ourselves a face-off.
Well, that's impressive on Emenaker's or there to stay on his post, because you have a mini 2-on-0 there developing in front of the net. It's very easy for him to not respect that backhand and cheat a little bit to the side. So he did a good job there staying on the post and keeping that puck out of the net.
And it looks like Talawanda is going to get control of the face-off. Able to keep that in the zone, but here comes St. Charles. Nice clearing attempt, but Talawanda gets it back on stick, and looks like he just whiffed a little bit on that, did Parker Guichon. I don't know if he was trying to send that into a clearing attempt or if he was just trying to push it in the zone a little bit, but here comes Grady Holmes. Now here comes Parker, and a little dump pass backwards, but
call hand pass.
That was interesting. I didn't see that one. So refs had a better look at it than I did, because I did not see him.
Tell you what, too, Jules Samuel wasn't happy about that. Go ahead. All right, here you get to see. You see at the end there, he stays on that far post. It could be very easy for him to cheat a little bit to the middle, but good job by him to maintain that position and keep this game scoreless.
All right, and back to the action. Here we go. Talawanda having to retreat into their own zone, regain control of that puck, try to send it right back up the ice. St. Charles trying to do the opposite. They want to get as many pucks in the face of Daniel Emenaker as they possibly can, especially after that save you just saw. You've seen they got a little bit more, a little whiff there by Grant Wolf. That could have been costly for him. And the puck is sent down. As we see, Talawanda tried to get the puck back into St. Charles, and they're just trying to find some pressure at this point. They haven't had as much luck towards the end of this period as they did the very beginning of the period. The second half of this period has been all St. Charles from the looks of it.
Well, now we're 12 minutes into this period. You're starting to see guys are starting to kind of settle into the game a little bit more. Teams are kind of playing a little bit more themselves.
Andrew Schreider with a nice shot, bounced off Grant Wolf. So a couple good opportunities for Talawanda to get a rebound shot.
Oh, that should have been a hook.
Are we going to get a call? Doesn't look like we're going to.
Demio got away with one there.
All right, St. Charles sends that puck back behind the net of Talawanda. Ben Schreider with a good check into the boards to regain some momentum here.
Way to bring that back to his backhand, give himself a little bit of space.
Sam Carey with that little pass behind the net. Here's Alex Jimenez, passes back to Carey. Off the blocker of Daniel Emenaker. And again, here's Sam Carey with a quick wrist shot. Where's the puck? There it is. It's on Sam Carey's stick. Some nice back and forth between these teams as both of them just trying to get some momentum. And again, like I said, this has been all St. Charles towards the second half of this. Like you said, you're seeing players kind of settle in. They're getting comfortable. And St. Charles has found their momentum.
Well, and that was a great job there, too, by the Talawanda defenders to be able to get into those shooting lanes, not give any rebound opportunities beyond that first one.
They did protect their goalie well. Some good stick play there by Sam Mickey as he got his stick on the puck. He got it away from Talawanda.
Oh, I don't think that touched the boards, did it?
I don't think so.
Must have.
And the puck is going to be sent to the right wing circle right in front of Daniel Emenaker. Looks like Quinn Brady won the faceoff as St. Charles tries to get some momentum. Tries to get a diving little pass to try to get a shot on Daniel, but came up and a ref goes down.
Friendly fire.
Some good moments here against the board. Just again, all the physicality between these two teams as we try to settle in. Final minute of the first period, still tied at 0. Which team is going to crack first? We might find out by the end of this period. And if Talawanda had somebody on the left side, that could have been an easy shot for somebody out of Talawanda. Grady Holmes trying to get that puck back off the stick of Sam Mickey.
I can't tell if Christian Foz got a piece of that one or if he just shielded his goaltender with nothing involved there.
And again, a lot of good play along the board. Some quick shots being made by St. Charles just to get some pressure on Talawanda's goalie.
That was the second juicy rebound that he has allowed this period. He's lucky that there was no one there on the back door to put that one home, but that's something he's got to control a little bit better going forward.
And that is the buzzer. We are at the end of the first period. Again, the score is tied 0-0. Both these teams playing an incredible physical game, but neither one of these goalies cracking under the pressure as of yet. I'm Travis Napper alongside Wally Lukashensky. We are here at the Ohio Health Ice House. I'm just so excited I can't help it. This is OHSAA High School Hockey Columbus District semifinals. We'll be right back right after this.
Have you always dreamed about a career in sports broadcasting but aren't sure where to begin? Well, if so, then look no further than the Sports Emphasis program at the Ohio Media School. Whether in front of the camera, on the microphone, or behind the scenes, you'll learn from a pro to be a pro in the Sports Emphasis program at the Ohio Media School. You'll get hands-on training and live in-the-field experience at some of Ohio's biggest sporting events. You'll be the star of your very own webcast, and you'll get the opportunity to interview some of Ohio's biggest athletes. Call us today at 614-655-5250 or visit our website at beonair.com.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Ohio, who do you meet? Answer. Men and women who played high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question. So where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer. High school sports.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
I just wanted to play.
I just want to play.
I just want to play. I just want to play.
Play.
Play. Along the way, I'm learning
Sportsmanship.
Sportsmanship. Teamwork.
Teamwork.
How to work hard.
How to work hard. Discipline.
Hustle.
Sacrifice.
How to be a leader.
Dedication.
I just want to play.
And along the way, I'm learning
To put the team before myself.
to put the team before myself.
How to be a student.
How to be a student.
I'm learning
to set a good example.
How to work hard.
to accept responsibility.
That I represent my community.
That I represent my community.
I just wanted to play, and look where it took me.
She's done it! Tiana Bartoletta has done it! From Elyria, Ohio, now an Olympic gold medalist.
The year was 1907. The Cubs won the World Series and the Ford Model R hit the assembly line. While here in Ohio, school administrators came together to form the Ohio High School Athletic Association. One thing that hasn't changed since 1907 is the dedication of the OHSAA to education-based athletics in Ohio. School sports teach responsibility, sportsmanship, and life lessons that stay with students long after their playing days are over. The OHSAA seeks to prepare students not for the next level of sport, but for the next level of life.
In sports, you want to have a player that can get the job done right every time. A real all-star, somebody that's dependable and you can turn to when the game is tough. That player in the audio-video industry is the theater. From setting up your home's Wi-Fi network and offices, conference rooms, to setting up home theater inside or outside, to setting up the systems to make your home run smarter and safer as well. The theater people can do it all with the quality of professionalism you can expect every single time. That isn't just a great all-around player, that is an all-star. That is why we are the leaders in audiovisual installation in Central Ohio. So call us at 614-604-6327 or check out our website at ttpcolumbus.com to figure out which products will fit you. And don't forget, amplify your personality with the theater.
Design ideas for t-shirts but you're not sure where to go? Go to Mojo Sports Gear. That's right, Mojo Sports Gear. At Mojo Sports Gear, you can get custom-made shirts. Whatever design you need, Mojo Sports Gear can provide it. Don't forget to grab a custom-made cap on your way out and rock the best headgear in the game. Give them a call at 614-864-6656. That's 614-864-6656.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
I mean, I don't totally know what opioids are, but...
It doesn't happen here.
Not in denial.
No.
Our kids are way too busy. My son has good friends.
Don't live in denial, Ohio. Talk to your kids about drugs, and they'll be up to 50% less likely to use them.
Can you see yourself working on TV, radio, or social media? As media professionals, we make our voice heard. Call the Ohio Media School and be a part of something bigger than you and me. You'll train and get the skills you need to work in TV, radio, social media, film, and much more.
I graduated and now am working as a director of marketing at a local radio station. My future is set.
Call the Ohio Media School now and be a part of something bigger. 614-723-9675. 614-723-9675.
Well, yeah, there's some old prescription pills, but My son's a good kid. He's not going to look for him.
2/3 of teens who abuse opioids get them from friends and family. Don't live in denial, Ohio. Dispose of your leftover pills.
I mean, I don't totally know what opioids are, but I mean, it's not like he's gonna know either. So.
Don't live in denial, Ohio. Talk to your kids about drugs, and they'll be 50% less likely to use them.
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At nfhslearn.com, you can find over 70 courses, including more than 30 free courses, such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. To learn more, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
Julian Jackson. And Julian, to go back to your pregame report, you were right. There was nothing short about being physical in this game.
Well, I could be really happy about being correct, but when you're watching high school guys play, oftentimes you see is them running into the wall as if it's a fly trying to get out of a window. And these guys, there's something there for them, and it's another player. They want to make sure that they're making their presence felt. Each and every time you go out there, oftentimes I saw Diego Pitones get right up in the face of defenders, and other times right at the whistle, a late blow from other teams. Of course, resulting in no penalties at this point. They did have one power play. Talawanda was unsuccessful in being able to make any points or goals come from that. But it's so exciting being able to watch these guys and realize they're laying it all on the line, and that's just the first period.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself, and this St. Charles defense looks exactly like we expected them to. Talawanda was able to put up 6 goals against Olentangy Orange and hold Olentangy to, which is one of the better offenses in the league, to only 4 goals. So just by that statistic alone, they've had some success in the regular season, putting up a lot of goals in the season. Their offense seems powerful. They played about 8 or 10 more games than St. Charles has. But St. Charles' defense is really holding their own right now.
St. Charles' defense is definitely holding their own right now, and let me tell you why. These guys are flying around all over the place. Now I wasn't kidding about the fly through the window type thing. These guys are they're running through the glass. Literally, they're running through the glass. Now, we've got a great support here at the Ohio Health Ice House, and we're happy for that. However, these guys they're not looking to hurt anyone, but you have to make your presence felt, and that's very important in this kind of game. There's a lot of intimidation factor, and if you don't stay afloat, if you get up slow, they're going to see the weakness in you. They've got to make sure they stay on top of Talawanda. Now, I want to mention their goalies. Between Enemaker and between Wolf with 11 saves right now, Enemaker with 4 saves. There's a lot of shots being gone out. They have 11 shots on goal just from St. Charles. And then they've also got 4 shots on goal from Talawanda. A lot of blocks far and few in between. These guys are really playing great to start off today.
All right, well, let's go ahead and check out some of the statistics powered by Athletic Performance Insight. Julian, tell us what we're looking at here.
And on the right side of your screen, you're going to see all of the shots on goal from St. Charles. Now, the 11 shots on goal, they've also had 6 shots blocked and another 6 that were missed here. But if you're looking at the dark blue circles, those are going to be the shots that were taken. A lot of those deep inside of the crease, a lot of second-hand chances. If you look at the shots more on the outside, along the wings and along the sidelines, you're going to see that they were able to take plenty of shots from far outside, some of those coming from Sean Moore, some of them coming from Diego Pitones. Looking on the other side, you have Talawanda stats. And on Talawanda, all of those shots that they had attempted were from outside of the crease. There was nothing there far inside. They have not yet been able to interrupt Grant Wolf, but on 1 or 2 occasions, I've seen him mishandle the puck.
All right, well, we're getting ready to have the second period start, so we will go ahead and send it back over to Travis Napper and Wally Lukashinsky.
All right, thank you, guys. And as he said, the game is underway. We are on to the second period, as one of these 2 teams tries to get some sort of momentum getting started in this period, as we had just a deadlock in the first.
Well, and Julian did a great job there talking about it, too, where, I mean, St. Charles, the physicality in this game has been crazy, but you also have St. Charles. They're getting more of the opportunities right now in the slot, those high-chance areas. You want to be able to see a little bit more of that from yourself. If you're Talawanda this period, we'll see if they're able to make some adjustments.
Absolutely. And there, again, is another one right into the face, right into the pads of Daniel Emenaker. As we see Talawanda try to get control and send the puck up the ice to try to get some sort of offense going. Ben Schrader trying to will his team into the offensive zone of St. Charles. But it also can't be a one-man show. As we see St. Charles try a little bit of that themselves.
Ooh, he had a little bit of trouble with that. He didn't hold it right away. I'm surprised the ref blew it right away.
Yeah, it looks like he trapped it between his... It looked like he stopped that between his legs, so I imagine that's why they blew it. Because it looked like it dropped down between his legs, and then he just brought them together to bring that pad to a stop. But here we go again as St. Charles trying to reapply that pressure.
That's a nice job of pinning himself by the boards there by Brant Shepard. Keep a little extra zone time there.
Reed Benamati trying to get something up the ice. The shot was no good. And off the stick goes the puck. That was off the stick. It looked like of Alex Jimenez. Sam Mickey trying to keep control for St. Charles. As we see Grady Holmes trying to get the puck back for his team.
It's been a long shift for Brant. Yeah, he's coming off now.
And that was just a rough hit from Talawanda. Good little clearing attempt up the ice by Themio.
You've seen after the first 5 minutes of that first period, the entire game is being played right now in front of that goalie down there in the Talawanda end. That is not where you want to be. You got to get a little momentum, get the puck up a little bit, maybe a dump and chase a little bit. Just try to flip the ice.
Sean Moore trying to get the puck on his stick, but can't quite handle it. Talawanda, and it looks like we're going to get maybe an offside call.
Here you get to see right now the Talawanda chance here. Oh, gosh, if you can just put that even a couple inches further to the right, you have a goal going in there up that left post. Could be looking at an entirely different game right now.
And that'll be the key, is who does get that first illustrious goal, because one way or the other, this game could very much turn on its head if it's one team or the other.
See, I like this from St. Charles. Get in on the forecheck a little bit, establish a little pressure down there, 200 feet from your own net.
Sean Moore flipped it into the zone, created that good forecheck. As we see Tristan Foss try to come back into his own zone to recollect that puck. But here comes Talawanda trying to reapply their own kind of pressure. Just like you said, they're trying to get something going. Ever since the first 5 minutes of the period, they just have not been able to get as much pressure. But here comes an opportunity, but he loses his stick. Did Ben Howard.
We're going to stay down there in the offensive zone for Talawanda.
It looks like we're going to choose the left wing circle. Got to give Ben Howard as much credit as possible, though. He tried to make something out of that. Lost his stick, but still gave as much effort as he possibly could.
In that first period, we saw the face-off 7-7. It's been very even so far. That's big for both these teams. You want to be in control of that puck as much as you can when it's in your own defensive zone there, Travis.
But if you're Talawanda, you probably want to bump that number up just a little bit if you can use anything to get some sort of momentum against this number one seed, St. Charles.
Well, if there was an obvious advantage coming in here, they have two guys over 55%, whereas St. Charles, they only have one guy above 50. So that's an advantage that they really want to press in this game to kind of flip the ice, as we were saying before, give yourself more zone time.
And we see Diego Patones trying to bring that puck up. Sends a shot wide. It just goes behind the net. But it was a good attempt. Got the puck down the ice. Just went a little wide.
Well, Diego's not afraid to shoot that puck either.
No.
He's a guy that he's already had over 200 attempts on this season, far and beyond the most on his team.
A good stop there by Ben Schroeder. Pass the puck up to the goal.
I can't tell if the goalie got a piece of that or not.
It looks like he just got a little bit off the pads. But again, some more attempts. Grant Wolf is being smothered right now as Talawanda tries to get this pressure going. And a good attempt to get that puck back in the zone by James Zano. Talawanda is on fire all of a sudden.
I tell you what, too, Grant Wolf answered the bell right there. That's 3 or 4 shots right there on the button. One of those go in there. Again, this can completely flip the game right now. You can already see Talawanda's got more energy now than they've had in the last 10 minutes of this game.
Alex Jimenez tried to take it right into the face of Daniel Amenaker, but it would not be had. We are going to get a penalty, though.
You get to see that replay of those chances coming up here. That's a great pass, and then it does look like he did get a piece of it. Somehow he managed to get that off the skate, and it stayed out.
And I stand corrected. I thought we were going to get a penalty call, but it doesn't appear so.
I believe it was an icing there.
Was it? All right. And St. Charles sends that puck back up the ice. But Talawanda, again, I think they've found their legs as well as they've gained some momentum. Playing a little bit more intense now.
Good shot block.
A good shot block. That was a shot of Themio Amarantos. And a good stick there by Jack Hall to keep that puck out of the face of Daniel Amenaker.
That was slow, but I don't know if anybody saw that in front.
Sam Carey with that shot. Again, they're just trying to fire shots. Doesn't matter if they're good shots or not. And I believe now we might be getting ourselves a power play. It looks like a whistle was called. What the call? You can see both these teams, though, they're getting a little chippier. Things are getting a little bit more intense. They're not afraid to jaw-jack at each other a little bit. This game has picked back up to where it was in the first 5 minutes of the first period.
Well, we've been critical of Talawanda since the first 5 minutes, but the last 3, they've been very, very, they've responded. The energy's high again, and the physicality's there, which is going to be important.
Some good stick movement from Jules Samuel, and an almost goal!
I don't know how that stayed out. That danced on the crossbar.
A lucky bounce for Talawanda and a lucky bounce for Daniel Amenaker as he just avoids giving up the first goal of this game. What an incredible bounce that puck took.
That's great rebound control down there, too.
Some good play being done in the face of Grant Wolf. As somebody tried to get momentum and tried to get control of the puck. And we're going to get an icing call, and we have a replay.
All right, now let's check this out. Let's see how close this was to going in here. You have the guys take the zone together. They cross up. Here it flips over, and you can see it. It's right over the crossbar, about 3 inches above, sitting on top of that net. We're that close from a 1-0 game going to the Cardinals here early, or at least midway through the second.
And that was Jules Samuel with that attempt. And he had a good one. He probably wishes he had that one back.
66.
Yeah. All right, St. Charles trying to bring the puck back up the ice. You see Alex Jimenez. Some great back and forth between these two teams.
Ooh, that looks like interference.
A lot of bodies on the floor right now. And again, that just speaks to the overall. Diego Patones with a quick rip shot into the face of Daniel Amenaker. Gets it off the pads.
He's had shots closer to the goal today, but that was by far his best opportunity to score.
Here comes Zach Goetz trying to get the puck back under control for Talawanda. The Brave just trying to get something after all their good attempts over on the other side of the ice. And here we go. Here could be an opportunity, but is quickly regathered by St. Charles and sent behind the net in Talawanda's zone. A little bit of just a little nudge there by Miles McKinney. Not too much of a check, but just a little bit.
He wasn't able to stay on there.
And we want to make sure that you amplify your personality with the theater people. They can help you with your entire home setup of entertainment or networking and security. Call 614-604-6327 or visit thetheaterpeople.com to build your dream home entertainment system. And I would love to build a dream home entertainment system just to watch this game, because this has been entertaining from the very get-go. And I believe they are amplifying their personalities.
I'm telling you what, people that say Ohio isn't a hockey state need to watch games like this. This is how you grow the game in the state. This is how you grow the game in the country. It's high school hockey, and man, this is high level right now.
That was a high shot by Ryan Lewis. Looked like it went off maybe somebody's stick. And I don't know if that was a good move there. That was Miles McKinney. It just looks like he tried to get a little bit of a after goal after the whistle blew, so be curious if Talawanda responds to that one.
Right there, you got to see the matchup we highlighted before the game. McKinney versus Holmes in the face-off circle, both over 55%. It's what we've been looking for all game. These are both the Patrice Bergerons of this level of hockey with that, so that's a very big win there by Holmes.
It's a good comparison. Grady Holmes tried to get control, had something going there, but they just couldn't keep the puck on his stick. Little tangle up there at neutral ice. Reed Benamonte trying to get something behind the net, but just couldn't keep it under control. Some good back and forth here. Puck bounces off the skates. St. Charles tries to send it back up to go back on the offensive. And here they come, and he just misses it. Did Brant Shepard. He had an amazing opportunity to get a goal, but just a little bit too far ahead of him.
Yeah, McKinney had the right idea. Like you said, it was just a stride in front of the stick.
There was a nice wrist shot by Parker Guichon.
He hasn't shown up yet on the stat sheet from a scoring perspective, but McKinney's had a very, very impactful game so far. He's been winning a lot of faceoffs. He didn't win the last one, of course, because I just said that. But at the same time, he's been passing the puck excellently, and he's got great scoring chances for his team so far.
And that is definitely to be expected. He had one of the goals in their game against Thomas Worthington yesterday. So he's doing what we expected, being an incredible factor in the offense of St. Charles when he's on the ice. Some good defense here by Talawanda.
Way to take away any opportunity to get that puck around.
A lot of fans in the stands not too happy about that one, but I'd say that's just a good old physical play right there.
Yeah, there was nothing there.
And a quick ripper by Ben Howard. Almost gets it, but looks like it bounced off the bar.
It either hit the bar. I think it might have hit the blocker there. That was a great opportunity either way, though. But, again, great positioning from Grant Wolf. That's a big deal down there.
Ben Schreider gets that puck on his stick, but quickly controlled by St. Charles. And we're going to get an icing call. And it goes right back down to St. Charles' zone.
Yeah, that was a blocker save. That's a great positioning right there. You come out, you take away a little bit of that angle, and all of a sudden you really make it tough on the skater there. You put them in a bind, they have to make a quick decision.
Talawanda with a good shot off the faceoff, but just went a little wide, went behind the net. Grady Holmes trying to get in front of Grant Wolf to get something going. Laid a good hit, by the way, in the middle of all that.
couple battles down the board. We can't see who the puck has. There it is.
Here comes St. Charles again. St. Charles, you've noticed, they just they shoot the puck. They're not afraid to do that. They try to use that to get any sort of opportunity that they can.
Well, and a lot of people that don't watch the game don't realize, too, you're not just putting shots on goal to score initially. A lot of the times it's a shot for a rebound. You're looking for somebody come and follow up and clean up that shot. And then right now, after that first period with all the juicy rebounds we saw, it's no surprise they're putting a lot of low shots on them.
Again, that puck is sent up the ice. Diego Pitones sends the puck behind the net as it's sent back into their own zone as they try to recollect and send that puck back. And a little bit of back and forth here. No real advantage by either team for the moment as you have a couple minutes in the offensive zone for St. Charles, but let's see what they can make out of it as they fight a little bit along the boards. James Zazano, tried to keep control, and he sends that puck down the ice. And again, there's James again trying to stop defensively.
Oh.
And a good opportunity for St. Charles, just couldn't keep that puck from bouncing.
Yeah, if Shepard's able to settle that puck down, he is prime shooting territory, and not to mention, I don't know if he was ready for it down there. Enemaker, I'm talking about.
A nice rip shot there by Miles McKinney. Again, Miles McKinney, we said his name before. Just went a little bit over the head, though, of Daniel Enemaker.
That's both ends of the ice. People are unable to control passes when obvious scoring opportunities.
I think that just speaks to how intense this game is going, that you almost don't even care anymore whether it's clean or crisp. You just want to make an impact.
Well, these teams, too. I mean, they dominate a lot of lesser opponents, and they're used to being the faster, more physical team. All of a sudden, you're facing teams very similar to yourself, and that really does make you think a step further ahead than you're used to thinking. Here you get to see that opportunity Talawanda just had. Great pass coming through the crease, and he has it with the backhand. He just can't control it with the bulk of that stick, and unfortunately for them, we're back in their defensive zone.
And quickly up the ice. Quickly up the ice is Talawanda trying to keep control. As you see Sean Moore try to get that puck under control for St. Charles. And sending the puck up. Here comes up the ice. Ben Schreider tries to get something going. Takes a shot. Looks like he was either blocked or just couldn't get enough mustard on that one.
I mean, not only do you have to have great hands to be able to do what he's doing right now coming up the ice, you have to have great skate work, too. You have to have that edge and be able to hold it. And right now, Schreider's doing a great job in his own right.
40 seconds left in the second period. Again, still tied at 0. One of these teams trying to make that not the case. As we see again some good opportunities from Talawanda. Tried to get just a little bit of a wrist shot there. And that was Reed Benamate. But down the ice, St. Charles sends it.
It's a good change there from St. Charles.
If Max Kelly could have got a little bit more oomph on that shot, I think that one could have got past Daniel.
And I tell you what, too, we got to see right there how important the long change was, is that Talawanda was stuck in their own end for the last 30 seconds of the period.
And that is the end of the second period. We're headed to 3, still tied at 0. Both these goalies doing amazing stuff as we go to the third. But before we go to the third, we want to remind you that Boston's Gourmet Pizza is a proud sponsor of Score On Air Network. Need a fun place to watch your favorite game? Head on down to Boston Pizza in the Arena District at 191 Nationwide Boulevard, or make a reservation by calling 614-229-4275. Again, 0-0 heading into the third period. Both these goalies doing amazing work. We'll see what the third period has to hold for us as Talawanda takes on St. Charles right after this.
Have you always dreamed about a career in sports broadcasting but aren't sure where to begin? Well, if so, then look no further than the Sports Emphasis program at the Ohio Media School. Whether in front of the camera, on the microphone, or behind the scenes, you'll learn from a pro to be a pro in the Sports Emphasis program at the Ohio Media School. You'll get hands-on training and live in-the-field experience at some of Ohio's biggest sporting events. You'll be the star of your very own webcast, and you'll get the opportunity to interview some of Ohio's biggest athletes. Call us today at 614-655-5250 or visit our website at beonair.com.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Ohio, who do you meet? Answer. Men and women who play high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question. So, where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer. High school sports.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
I just wanted to play.
I just want to play. I just want to play. I just want to play.
Play.
Play. Along the way, I'm learning
Sportsmanship.
sportsmanship, teamwork,
Teamwork.
how to work hard,
How to work hard. Discipline.
hustle,
Sacrifice.
how to be a leader.
Dedication.
I just want to play.
And along the way, I'm learning
To put the team before myself.
to put the team before myself.
How to be a student.
How to be a student.
I'm learning to set a good example,
How to work hard.
to accept responsibility.
That I represent my community.
That I represent my community.
I just wanted to play, and look where it took me.
She's done it! Tiana Bartoletta has done it! From Elyria, Ohio, now an Olympic gold medalist.
The year was 1907. The Cubs won the World Series and the Ford Model R hit the assembly line. While here in Ohio, school administrators came together to form the Ohio High School Athletic Association. One thing that hasn't changed since 1907 is the dedication of the OHSAA to education-based athletics in Ohio. School sports teach responsibility, sportsmanship, and life lessons that stay with students long after their playing days are over. The OHSAA seeks to prepare students not for the next level of sport, but for the next level of life.
In sports, you want to have a player that can get the job done right every time. A real all-star, somebody that's dependable and you can turn to when the game is tough. That player in the audio-video industry is the theater people. From setting up your home's Wi-Fi network and offices, conference rooms, to setting up home theater inside or outside, to setting up the systems to make your home run smarter and safer as well. The theater people can do it all with the quality of professionalism you can expect every single time. That isn't just a great all-around player. That is an all-star. That is why we are the leaders in audiovisual installation in Central Ohio. So call us at 614-604-6327 or check out our website at ttpcolumbus.com to figure out which products will fit you. And don't forget, amplify your personality with the theater.
Design ideas for t-shirts but you're not sure where to go? Go to Mojo Sports Gear. That's right, Mojo Sports Gear. And Mojo Sports Gear, you can get custom-made shirts. Whatever design you need, Mojo Sports Gear can provide it. Don't forget to grab a custom-made cap on your way out and rock the best headgear in the game. Give them a call at 614-864-6656. That's 614-864-6656.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
I mean, I don't totally know what opioids are, but...
It doesn't happen here.
Not in denial.
No.
Our kids are way too busy. My son has good friends.
Don't live in denial, Ohio. Talk to your kids about drugs, and they'll be up to 50% less likely to use them.
Can you see yourself working on TV, radio, or social media? As media professionals, we make our voice heard. Call the Ohio Media School and be a part of something bigger than you and me. You'll train and get the skills you need to work in TV, radio, social media, film, and much more.
I graduated and now am working as a director of marketing at a local radio station. My future is set.
Call the Ohio Media School now and be a part of something bigger. 614-723-9675. 614-723-9675.
And welcome back to the Ohio Health Ice House for today's district semifinal hockey tournament between St. Charles and Talawanda. I'm Seth Donahoe alongside Julian Jackson. And Julian, the second period did not disappoint either.
It didn't disappoint at all, Seth. And one of the biggest things that we're looking at here is still physicality. Yes. Physicality, it's times two, you know? We're coming back into this. We knew exactly what it was going to hold for these two teams. The team who's more physical is going to win. Now, the first team to score here in this matchup will win this game, because right now the goalie play is out of this world. You've got so much going on during this period. You saw Grant Wolf be disrupted in the crease, and disrupting the goalies in their own space is going to result in more opportunities.
Yeah, a couple Talawanda players were able to get the puck in front of the net. A couple opportunities, one especially where it was just off the stick of one of the players, couldn't quite connect to get it to the back of the net as they had Grant Wolf out of position. But nonetheless, both defenses, both goalies playing phenomenal here, as it's still only tied 0-0. Any other big takeaways from that period?
Well, really what you're beginning to see these players loosen up a little bit more. They're not playing so tight, like, you know, when you're running as fast as you can, you're as tight as you are, right? So these guys now have gone into that first intermission. They've made some adjustments to this point where now they're coming out and they're playing a little bit more comfortable. They're not so tensed up. And then when you have that, now you've got guys actually going with the flow of the game and not trying to do their own thing. Now, I mentioned earlier on, it's going to take to, you know, pinpoint where it is that you need to, you know, get better, in places where you need to fix things in each intermission in order to make things better for the next period. And right now, still with a 0-0 game after two periods, someone has got to score. Otherwise, we're going to be looking at OTs, and I don't think that's necessarily what either one of these teams want.
All right, well, let's check out some of those statistics through two periods, sponsored by Athletic Performance Insight. Julian, go ahead and take the lead here.
So in this period, as you see Talawanda's shots along the left side of your screen, Talawanda had 5 shots on goal this time around, and as opposed to only 5 shots on goal from St. Charles. Now, when I had seen another statistic earlier on, it shows the total goals for the game, or total shots on goal for the game, and now St. Charles is actually outweighing Talawanda by 16 to 11 shots on goal. Now, you're hearing all the chatter and the cheering going on in the background right now because these teams are entering the ice once more, and it's very exciting to think about with these two teams what they're going to be able to do. The fans are in the stands at capacity, COVID capacity, of course. And these guys are out there, they're stretching. They know what's on the line to play in this game. And Talawanda knows that they deserve to be here. You see Andrew Schreider, you see Ben Schreider. All these guys are doing everything in their power to make this happen. Earlier on, I saw Emzano clear a puck right out of the lane in front of Emenaker. That's very important. It's going to take guys falling on the ice and defending the puck, even in front of their goalie, in order to be able to make this game a success for their team and then avoid going home in this tournament.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it comes down to the third and final period, possibly even overtime. We don't know. These two teams have been playing phenomenal, getting shots on the goal. Defenses have really played well, not allowing any goals, both St. Charles and Talawanda. So, for our intermission report, I'm Seth Donahoe alongside Julian Jackson. We'll go ahead and send it back over to Travis Snapper and Wally Lukashinsky. This is OHSAA Divisional Semifinal Playoff Hockey here on Scoring Air Network.
All right, thank you, Seth. And again, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Ohio Ice House. And I want to first off say, if you're enjoying this broadcast and would like to learn how it's done behind the scenes, check out the Ohio Media School located in Columbus. If you're interested in radio production, TV broadcasting, or digital media, the Ohio Media School is the choice for you. Visit Ohio Media School at beonair.com/Columbus. You can also find the Ohio Media School on all your favorite social media. Ohio Media School. We change lives. And this third period is about to change the lives of either one of these teams, whoever can get that first goal and get the lead, as we sit still tied at 0 between these two teams. And Talawanda trying to get something going.
And I'll tell you what, that's more of the same, too. If you were paying attention to Julian and Seth back there a minute ago, they were showing that shot chart. It's a tale of two periods so far. That first period, St. Charles really took the pace to Talawanda after that first 5 minutes. In that second period, all 7 of those shots from Talawanda right in the slot, high chance opportunities. It's something St. Charles needs to get figured out. They need those defensemen to stay at home. They need to be more disciplined up the middle.
And you saw right there before, on that last stop, Brent Schreider had a great shot right in the face of Grant Wolf. So Talawanda has come to play in this third period, and as you saw in that second period as well. And again, as we point out, another great opportunity. Wasn't as close as the first time, but they're getting closer. They're inching their way into the face of Grant Wolf.
Well, and everything in that first period was outside the face-off dots. Now everything is in the inside. Like I said, that slot area. And in there, I mean, you have the goalies only can do so much. They can take that angle away, but when they're forced back into their net, it's a really tough spot to be if you're a goaltender.
And again, Talawanda much better on the stick handling on the start of this period, as they've gotten most of the momentum. But you see there, as St. Charles makes a line change, they drop the puck out of the zone and clear it to get a line change.
And that's a great job by Alex Jumping Jimmy Jimenez to get that puck out of there, because, I mean, right now, again, we're seeing Talawanda take the pace a little bit here early in the third. You need to kind of, put a little pressure back in on that defensive zone for these guys.
Absolutely. Parker Guichon trying to get the puck under control, but it couldn't. St. Charles will again try to send it up, but every single time they do, it seems like there is a Talawanda Brave with their stick ready to interfere. Some good play along the boards here, as both these teams just trying to find some sort of momentum. Had a good opportunity there. Grady Holmes trying to corral that puck. He seems like he's been the everyman right now. And a good pass in there by Parker to get it to Grady Holmes. Some good just back and forth passing from Talawanda.
I would have liked to see Ben Amati cross crease there and create a mini 2-on-1 if he had the opportunity.
And Parker loses it off his stick. Here comes St. Charles up the ice.
When you have defensemen on their heels there.
Brant Shepard was the one bringing it up. And again, you see it even right there. Grady Holmes getting into a little bit of contact at mid-ice. Just shows how physical this game is getting between these two teams. No disrespect here, just physicality. They're trying to prove to each other that, you know what, I'm going to be tougher than you. I respect you, but I'm going to be tougher than you.
Yeah, absolutely. There hasn't been that bad blood to say, really. I mean, there might have been one moment in the first, but outside of that, it's just been a clean, physical game. Both these teams know there's no reason to take a stupid penalty right now. You've only seen one in this entire game. You can't afford to be playing shorthanded in a game like this with 11 left, and you're tied at 0. No chance.
Curtis Akers tried to get something going there for Talawanda, but here we go up the ice. as Jack McKinley sends that puck up the boards just to get a good attempt to send that puck into the zone so that they can try to at least get some kind of pressure. But here we go, St. Charles sending it right back down the ice for Talawanda to try to regain. A little slipping and sliding going here between players. I don't know if it's the aggressiveness they're exuding while they're skating or whether it's the ice, but I've seen a lot of players fall onto the floor here in this third period. I would imagine it's mostly just the intensity, but
you're also getting to see right now, too, that St. Charles was able to get a few fresh guys out there, forced a long shift there for Talawanda. That's kind of what you got to be doing right now. Going back to what they did in the first period, you have that zone possession, and you can really put these defenders in a bad situation.
Curtis Akers blocked that shot there. Ooh. Icing is the call. That was a little bit close there, that one.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't let that go a second longer.
So we will have a face-off right here in the right wing circle of Talawanda's zone. Off to the left of Daniel Emenaker. And a good blocking attempt there by Ben Schreider. Stops that puck from going towards his goalie.
We mentioned last period how McKinney's very noticeable right now for St. Charles. Well, Schreider's been very noticeable for this Talawanda team. He's been doing a little bit of everything so far, and they're, like you said, great shot block and a prime opportunity.
And again, some more play along the boards. And there you go, another big physical hit from St. Charles. And I believe that's only going to be the first of many. We're going to see a lot of those today as we wind down this third period. But again, the question remains, who is going to get that first illustrious goal to get the momentum in their favor? Looks like St. Charles trying to get that right now. Had Nico Falieres try to get that puck up the ice. He managed to do it, but then he was quickly stopped by Talawanda. Sent up towards the blue line. And Talawanda, they've gotten the puck under control, but it seems like there's been a couple times where they just haven't been able to keep it under control. It seems like it's bouncing the wrong way for them right now.
Ooh, he looks like he's down. He looks like he might be banged up.
That looks like Nico Falieres.
Oh, and it looks like a shoulder, too.
Yeah, he took a big shot. Tried to get the check, but looked like he did more damage to himself. And that's unfortunate. We'll see. Take a moment here.
Yeah, it looked like he missed the check just barely, and he took a full speed run right into that shoulder, or the glass there with the shoulders.
All right, we're going to take a quick little break as we settle things here. Again, the score is tied 0-0 right here at the Ohio Health Ice House. All right, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And Nico did skate off the ice under his own power. Looked like he's just a little bit banged up. We hope nothing too serious out of that. And again, there's the replay. He took a good shot, and we hope that he's okay as we get back under action here.
Gotta hope that when the guy gets up like that, he skates off the way we got to see it. Maybe it was just the wind knocked out of him. Hopefully we get to see him back here in this game.
Just a little stinger, perhaps, you're right. But we are back under action. St. Charles maybe going to use that as momentum, try to get something going for their down player there. And you see this all the time in sports. When somebody goes down like that, it almost fuels your other teammates to go out and fight for your brother, basically.
Oh, absolutely. And the looks that he came right back to the bench is encouraging too. You know, these guys are putting everything out there. Who knows? I mean, for these seniors, this could be your last game ever, so you really, really want to be on the ice. You want to be in a position to help your teammates.
And there was an icing attempt, or an icing call against Talawanda, so puck's going to be coming back to the right wing circle. Nice cut there by Ben Howard.
Up into the netting. Now, it doesn't need to be said, but obviously scoring is at a premium today, and we're getting closer to the point now where it really does feel like an overtime scenario where the next team who scores will just win, because right now, both these teams seem to be playing very conservative in their own zen, looking for a breakout or potentially an odd man rush, but unless we see something like that, it might be a mistake that costs the team a game.
Looks like Ben Schreider tried to create some kind of opportunity there for his Brave teammates. And we saw it looked like maybe an icing attempt or an icing call against St. Charles as they tried to create their own little breakaway. And the faceoff goes to St. Charles. St. Charles trying to bring the puck up the ice. Puck towards the crease with Sean Moore. Just couldn't quite make it there. And here comes Amarantos. That is Themio. Or Nico, excuse me. Brothers, am I right?
Well, and that's a great play there by Grant Wolf, staying on that edge. I mean, on that staying in or his position. I'll come back here in a second after this.
But first and foremost, we want to let you know that Boston's Gourmet Pizza is a proud sponsor of Score and Air Network. Need a fun place to watch your favorite game? Head on down to Boston's Pizza in the Arena District at 191 Nationwide Boulevard, or make a reservation by calling 614-229-4275. And back to the action we go. And you were saying, sir?
No, absolutely. Like we saw in the first period with Enemaker on the other end, where it's very tough sometimes to stay on your post and in position. And that's what you got to see over here from Wolf, where you have a guy sneaking through on the backside. It's very easy to cheat, and good for him. He stayed on his post, made the glove save.
Saw Miles McKinney take a little bit of a slide there into the boards on the Talawanda side of the ice. Glad to see he's back up. Looked like he hit his head a little bit, so I was a little bit concerned about him, but looked like he's up, he's ready to go. And there we go, St. Charles. And again, some good stick checking going on here between both these teams as both teams are able to get a stick in there and break up a lot of these passing attempts and a lot of these just overall trying to control the puck. Both these teams, though, are doing a great job of getting a stick on the puck and keeping away from each other. Bringing up the ice is Eric Schottmer. And again, they go along the boards here on the left side of the ice. Looks like a little change was made in favor of St. Charles. There's Themio and Momentos as he tried to get something in front of Grant Wolf. And that was probably one of the better chances they've had in the last couple of minutes. About 5:45 still here to go in the third period. Still tied at 0, but the chances are ramping up.
You've seen it now with the last three, though. He's staying on his position as the puck goes up in the net. But you're seeing Wolf actually stay. I mean, it's very easy, like I've been saying, to cheat to another side or to get yourself caught too far out of the net. He's done a great job here in the last few minutes. Stay in proper position, and when you do that, you minimize the scoring opportunities for the other team.
And the faceoff will be here right on the right wing circle, right in front of Grant Wolf. Ben Schreider on the faceoff. Could not quite get it, so St. Charles will get the faceoff, but Talawanda got it back on their stick. But here comes St. Charles with a flurry. Nate Polinsky tried to use his speed to get something going. We're going to have a whistle here. And the puck goes back down the ice and back into St. Charles' zone.
You really can't say enough about how great these goaltenders have been today. Both, like I said before, coming into this game with over a 92% save percentage. And it's a shame that one of these guys are going to have to lose this game. Both have played very well. Teams have played well in front of them. And remember, we're playing for district finals coming up here. Big opportunity for both these clubs.
Absolutely. And you couldn't be more right in that we actually were talking more about the offenses leading up to this and talking about all the players, the Grady Holmes, and the Diego Patonas and Sam Mickey and Sean Moore and all that. We were talking about the offenses. We almost forgot to mention the goalies, and they, again, like you said, have been the story of this game. And again, up the ice, a quick shot there by Andrew Schreider.
And one thing to note, too, is that these are the type of games that St. Charles are used to playing, whereas Talawanda in the last month or so, they're used to playing in these higher-scoring games where they're much more comfortable basically in a track meet. Where St. Charles, they kind of are in this situation where they know every goal is monumental for them.
Here comes Andrew Schreider trying to bring the puck back up. And I love it that you saw it happen a little bit down here towards middle ice. Ben Schreider tried to just sweep that puck back into the zone of St. Charles. Again, like we've been saying, he's been doing everything for this team. Not that nobody else on Talawanda has been doing anything, but he has just laid it all out there for Talawanda, for the Brave, to just try to get them this momentum.
He might as well be wearing another jersey out there because he's one of those guys that when he's on the ice, your eyes are just attracted to it. It's just a tractor beam. He's full of energy and full of competitiveness, and it's a blast to watch.
What a great battle there on the boards right there. Quick shot across the crease. Parker Geshin sends it across the crease. Here comes Grady Holmes trying to crowd the puck to get a good shot going in front of Grant Wolf, but some good defense there by St. Charles in front of Grant Wolf. And the Cards save a goal attempt against their goalie. Jack Hall sends that puck back up the ice. Here comes Parker again. Rips a nice one over the head of Grant Wolf. Good attempt. Oh, an amazing attempt there by Parker. Just couldn't get it on stick. Some good bounces here for Talawanda. If they bounce the right way, it could go in.
I tell you what, too, you heard the St. Charles bench very upset there a minute ago. They really thought that play was offsides, and this has all been since then. If it was called off, we're talking about 3:15 left. This is 30 seconds, and all of a sudden, long shift.
What an amazing attempt there by Grady Holmes. He dove for the puck, kept it under control, and kept it in the grasp of Talawanda. And ladies and gentlemen, this game has picked up tenfold as both these teams realize with just about 2:25 left on the clock, it's do or die now as we go down to the end of the third period, possibly going into overtime.
Well, and I tell you, this is huge right here. You have a lot of tired guys on the ice. They desperately needed a change there.
Sean Moore brings the puck up the ice.
And there's a goal!
We have a goal! Sean Moore knocks it in for St. Charles, and St. Charles takes the lead.
And look who it is, the freshman, Sean Moore.
Sean, give me more, gets the first one, and Talawanda has an uphill battle to climb now as the number 1 seed gets the first goal with just about 2 minutes left in the third period.
And here's the crazy thing, you might have heard me say it earlier. Oh, we have a replay coming up here. This kid had 2 goals entering the postseason. The kid has 4 in his last 3 games. Sean Moore, big game Sean.
And back to the action, there we go, as Talawanda tries to get a response. Can they do it? And a nice shot there by Ben Schreider right into the chest of Grant Wolf. And now you see a little bit more of the jaw jacking going on here.
And if you haven't gotten tired of me saying it yet, you will here in a second. Grant Wolf staying on that post, staying in position, Could have given up a short side opportunity there if he's not careful, but he's able to control the puck and get a key face-off here. We talked about how big these face-offs are. Big moment. Ben Schreider. And it looks like McKinney on the other side. 250+ % guys. I think you have a timeout here from the Brave.
Fans not too happy about that one. Look, they were looking for a penalty, but it doesn't look like we're going to get it. And in fact, like you said, looks like possibly a timeout has been called.
I think you're seeing Jimenez go get a stick too.
Yeah. But you can tell on this St. Charles side, they are all smiles right now, and especially the fans here in the stands, they are ecstatic for their St. Charles Cardinals.
And their captain's back with a new twig with under 2 minutes to go. And here we got another look at that goal here. Just a quick wrister. I don't know if there was a screen in front to make it a little tougher to see. Maybe he just got off his angle a little bit. But either way, Sean Moore, big-time players. And it's hard enough to do this in a regular season where you can step up your play like this. To do it in the postseason like this, you're playing for a chance to get to the district final. That's an incredible play from a freshman. I can't say that enough. A freshman. He's playing with these guys 3 years older than him, and he's going up one of the fastest players on the ice. Quick wrister, beats Enemaker.
Well, he was one of our players to watch for a reason. He saw it there. If you're Talawanda, though, what do you have to do now? I mean, obviously you got to score a goal, but what are they looking for right now to get that response goal, to get this up to a tight game and send this into overtime?
Well, Schreider, like we talked about pre-game, 53.9% in the face-off dot. Critical to win this here. You just took a timeout. You got a little fresh legs. Probably here in the next 30 seconds, if you keep the zone, you're probably going to bring an extra attacker on.
And that's something you can't have if you're Talawanda. A race down the ice to try to collect that puck. Diego Patones gets it under control. And St. Charles has taken control of this game. But here it comes.
There's
Talawanda.
A delayed penalty.
I think we're going to have ourselves a game. What do you think?
Who'd they call that on? I couldn't even see. They called it on the Brave. That is a critical blow for this last minute and a half. Here you're about to see the play here by Diego Patones. Oh, that's a brutal hit. You can see he was trying to milk as much time as he could. I think they called that hit the penalty. I don't know what it was. We're going to have to figure that out here. But we have a minute and a half left, and it's critical now for the Brave to get Enemaker off, get the extra attacker on, and get back to 5-on-5.
Well, they have a good opportunity here right now, a better opportunity than any. You're in the zone of St. Charles. I'm surprised he's still sitting there.
It's that fear, 5-on-5 empty net goal and a 2-0 deficit. The way this game's been played, it's over.
Good shot there.
Extra attackers on.
By Brendan Bohan.
They brought Ben Amati on, 5-on-5 here.
But here comes St. Charles. Can they get the empty netter?
And it's McKinney. Who else?
And he scores! 45 seconds left to go. I'd say this one is just about over, but there is still time. But Miles McKinney gets the goal, the empty netter, to almost all but ice this game. And, you know, again, like we said, there's 45 seconds.
And you're going to get to see the replay here of McKinney's empty netter as you get to hear the St. Charles crowd behind us. Absolutely euphoric. Understanding they're a mere 45 seconds away from possibly going on, and hear this, possibly getting Upper Arlington again.
That would be interesting, a little CBJ Cup rematch. Of course, that game will be broadcasted here on Score Air Network after this one. But here comes St. Charles trying to get even more. And a whistle is blown. There may be 35 seconds left on that clock, ladies and gentlemen, but these two teams have not stopped fighting.
Now, this is where you're going to start noticing the bad blood come out. One team knows their season's about to end, and it's hard to swallow that sometimes, especially with how hard they fought. This game very easily could be going the other way. It's understandable to see the emotion come out like this.
Absolutely. So we will see what the last 35 seconds of this game has in store for us, but I think we're still going to be in store for a pretty good game, even if it is only for 35 seconds. But both these teams played an incredible game for three periods. Obviously, one gives up 2 goals, so you're a little bit sad on the Talawanda side, but they should not feel as bad as they probably will be after the end of this game.
It's like we've been saying, it's a shame that one of these goalies had to lose, and unfortunately for Daniel Emenaker, he's played an outstanding game today. Gave up only 1 goal. I know there's obviously the empty netter, but it's a shame to see, but credit to Grant Wolf and this Cardinals team. They deserve this.
Theo Emarantos had a quick shot against Grant Wolf. Puck sent in front of the net. Grady Holmes tried to set up one of his players, but about 9 seconds left to go. We have another penalty called if it looks like somebody can get the stick. And I wonder if they're just going to let this one go.
They're going to let it go.
Yeah, there we go. 2 words, ladies and gentlemen. Game over. And one more. Final. St. Charles, you are headed to the district final with a score of 2-0 over the Talawanda Brave. And right there you see it. All the excitement, all the joy. And why not? Because they absolutely deserve it. They played an incredible game. And like you said, the options are very, very interesting with who they could face off against. Possibly could be Upper Arlington, could be Olentangy Liberty. That game will take place after this one. But again, the overall enjoyment out of these two teams. And like we said, Talawanda should feel proud of the way they played today.
They absolutely should. And very fitting, you got to see the Cardinals over here swarm their goalie. Rightfully so. Grant Wolf, outstanding today. That second period, to be able to withstand that barrage, that could have gone very south very quick. There was a 3-minute stretch there where there was about 4 or 5 shots from the slot that if he doesn't step up and make a few saves, we might be talking about a 2-0 win the other way around. And like you said, both these teams have nothing but pride, or should be proud. This is very impressive and very excited to see this St. Charles team move forward.
And again, as you see there on your screen, all the smiles, all the happiness out of winning this one. Both these teams played, again, an incredible game. Hard-fought victory. Goalie should be proud. Both these teams should be proud. And we are going to take another quick break. When we come back, though, we should have our Mojo Sports Gear 3 stars of the game for you. And it's going to be interesting to pick from because, again, not a lot of goals scored, but the goalies played amazing. So we will get to that right after this break.
Have you always dreamed about a career in sports broadcasting but aren't sure where to begin? Well, if so, then look no further than the Sports Emphasis program at the Ohio Media School. Whether in front of the camera, on the microphone, or behind the scenes, you'll learn from a pro to be a pro in the Sports Emphasis program at the Ohio Media School. You'll get hands-on training and live in-the-field experience at some of Ohio's biggest sporting events. You'll be the star of your very own webcast, and you'll get the opportunity to interview some of Ohio's biggest athletes. Call us today at 614-655-5250 or visit our website at beonair.com.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Ohio, who do you meet? Answer. Men and women who played high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question. So where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer. High school sports.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
I just wanted to play.
I just want to play. I just want to play. I just want to play.
Play.
Play. Along the way, I'm learning
Sportsmanship.
Sportsmanship. Teamwork.
Teamwork.
How to work hard.
How to work hard. Discipline.
Hustle.
Sacrifice.
How to be a leader.
Dedication.
I just want to play.
And along the way, I'm learning
To put the team before myself.
to put the team before myself.
How to be a student.
How to be a student.
I'm learning to set a good example,
How to work hard.
to accept responsibility.
That I represent my community.
That I represent my community.
I just wanted to play, and look where it took me.
She's done it! Gianna Bartoletta has done it! From Elyria, Ohio, now an Olympic gold medalist.
The year was 1907. The Cubs won the World Series and the Ford Model R hit the assembly line. While here in Ohio, school administrators came together to form the Ohio High School Athletic Association. One thing that hasn't changed since 1907 is the dedication of the OHSAA to education-based athletics in Ohio. School sports teach responsibility, sportsmanship, and life lessons that stay with students long after their playing days are over. The OHSAA seeks to prepare students not for the next level of sport, but for the next level of life.
In sports, you want to have a player that can get the job done right every time. A real all-star, somebody that's dependable and you can turn to when the game is tough. That player in the audio-video industry is the theater people. From setting up your home's Wi-Fi network and offices, conference rooms, to setting up home theater inside or outside, to setting up the systems to make your home run smarter and safer as well. The theater people can do it all with the quality of professionalism you can expect every single time. That isn't just a great all-around player, that is an all-star. That is why we are the leaders in audiovisual installation in Central Ohio. So call us at 614-604-6327 or check out our website at ttpcolumbus.com to figure out which products will fit you. And don't forget, amplify your personality with the theater.
Design ideas for t-shirts but you're not sure where to go? Go to Mojo Sports Gear. That's right, Mojo Sports Gear. At Mojo Sports Gear, you can get custom-made shirts. Whatever design you need, Mojo Sports Gear can provide it. Don't forget to grab a custom-made cap on your way out and rock the best headgear in the game. Give them a call at 614-864-6656. That's 614-864-6656.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
I mean, I don't totally know what opioids are, but...
It doesn't happen here.
Not in denial.
No.
Our kids are way too busy. My son has good friends.
Don't live in denial, Ohio. Talk to your kids about drugs, and they'll be up to 50% less likely to use them.
Can you see yourself working on TV, radio, or social media? As media professionals, we make our voice heard. Call the Ohio Media School and be a part of something bigger than you and me. You'll train and get the skills you need to work in TV, radio, social media, film, and much more.
I graduated and now am working as a director of marketing at a local radio station. My future is set.
Call the Ohio Media School now and be a part of something bigger. 614-723-9675. 614-723-9675.
Well, yeah, there's some old prescription pills, but my son's a good kid. He's not going to look for them.
2/3 of teens who abuse opioids get them from friends and family. Don't live in denial, Ohio. Dispose of your leftover pills.
I mean, I don't totally know what opioids are, but I mean, it's not like he's gonna know either. So.
Don't live in denial, Ohio. Talk to your kids about drugs, and they'll be 50% less likely to use them.
The NFHS Learning Center is the leader in online education for the interscholastic community. At nfhslearn.com, you can find over 70 courses, including more than 30 free courses, such as concussion in sports, heat illness prevention, sudden cardiac arrest, and protecting students from abuse. To learn more, visit the NFHS Learning Center.
Your actions in the stands impact participating students, including your child. Be respectful. Be supportive. Do your part in creating a positive and educational environment for everyone. To learn more, watch the Parent Seat video at the NFHS Learning Center.
Hey, sports fan! Did you know the OHSAA is among the national leaders in social media? Check out the OHSAA's social media platforms for news, tournament information, accomplishments, helpful links, and all the items available in the fan guide, including photos, DVDs, and publications. Check out OHSAA Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. And who knows, you may be the next featured face.
And welcome back, everybody else, to the Ice House, the Ohio Health Ice House, as we get to the end of the game. Great game between these two teams. St. Charles gets the win 2-0 against Talawanda Brave. And we are going to go to our 3 stars of the game. And it was a little bit hard to choose from, but I think we got it down. Our 3rd star, Daniel Emaneker. Your 2nd star?
Oh, you have to go with Sean Moore. You got to go with the freshman here. Kid stepped up in a critical opportunity yet again. This is the 3rd straight time, 3rd straight game. He's got 4 goals. I said it in the broadcast. I'll say it again. He had 2 in the regular season.
And the number 1 star, obviously, is going to be the goalie that gets the shutout, and that is Grant Wolf, who had an amazing day, stopping 23 shots. So he had an amazing day, and again, getting the shutout. That's what it boils down to. You get the shutout, you get number 1 star.
Well, and he had several opportunities in this game where if he comes off his post in situations that he might actually get lured into doing that, we're talking about a different game. He was outstanding in this. Good for him. And keep an eye on this team. If he plays like this, they can compete with any team in the state.
And as you see right here on our shot chart from brought to you by Athletic Performance Insight, there were some good opportunities for St. Charles in this 3rd period.
Well, see, the crazy thing is they had 2 shots on goal, one being the empty netter from McKinney and Sean Moore with obviously the goal to put them ahead. Talawanda very easily could have come out with this, but again, Grant Wolf, very deserving of the 1st star, stole this game from them in the last 2 periods, and can't wait to see this team.
All right, and that is the end of it. So, again, thank you for joining us right here at the Ohio Health Ice House. I'm Travis Napper alongside Wally Lukachensky. This has been Score on Air's production of Ohio High School Hockey right here at the Ohio Health Ice House.